Hi guys, so in this video I'm just going to be looking at some of the old FIFA games, mainly 16 and 17, and we're going to be comparing them to EA FC24 and essentially looking at why everyone prefers these older games, despite the fact that, if you were around back then, you know for a fact everyone used to complain about the gameplay, complain about EA doing this and that. So the fact that we're all reminiscing these old games, I think it says a lot about how bad the modern state of FIFA has become. And so I'm going to talk a bit about why I think that is. So the first reason I think a lot of us hate the modern FIFA games is Goalfests. I can't count how many times I have had a match that ends with 10 goals. Okay. You score one goal, it goes to 1-1. Score to make it 2-1, it goes to 2-2. And then so on and so forth. I honestly can't remember the last time I actually managed to get a successful 2-0 lead. It feels like the second I go 1-0 up and I start creating chances, suddenly nothing goes my way. My players can't control the ball, it becomes pinball football. The simplest of passes become misplaced. My passes suddenly magically become extremely slow and sluggish. My players suddenly become extremely sluggish. It's like everything's geared towards the other player suddenly to make it 2-0. Back in the day, I could easily win a game 3-0 within 30 minutes, instant rage quit. I play in the lowest divisions against, the obvious new players and the noobs that aren't quite as new to FIFA. Usually you'd have them packing, within 30 minutes. Easy rage quit. Now it feels like the game's sort of geared towards those players a bit more. And it's like, I don't know, it's like EA wants the game to be close so that people don't just throw away FIFA. Okay, I can't get a single win here, I'm just going to throw away the game. It's like they want people to be engaged with the game and not quit, They can't have people getting beat too easily so that they can stay and splash out on the FIFA points, And it's like, why does everything have to be like heavy metal football constantly? You know what I say about FIFA these days? I say it's like the TikTokification of football video games, It's like, why does everything have to be... Why can't we just have boring 0-0 draws sometimes? Boring 1-0 wins, Why does everything have to be frantic, hectic, 10 goals in one match? The second someone scores, you know exactly what happens. The opposition is going to do a driven ground pass out to the winger, start knocking on the ball down the wing. What happened to playing football? Why does everything now have to be, let's bypass the midfield instantly and score? When I score, I can't even see the damn goal because the replay gets instantly skipped. It's like there's no patience anymore. It's TikTokification of gaming. Let's remove certain celebrations, remove replays, so it's just goals, goals, goals. 20 goals in one game. What's next? What are they going to do next? Remove kickoffs? Just end-to-end chaos? Like, what's going on? I want some actual real football that involves patient build-up. I want my midfielders to actually track back. I want the game to be a contest. This is by far EA FC24, the worst gameplay in the history of the series. Honestly, I don't even think there's a PES game with gameplay this bad. This is probably the worst gameplay in the history of football video games. And that's not even an exaggeration. It's facts. I don't know how anyone enjoys this game. The defenders just stand there, doing nothing, waiting to get run through. It's like, what's going on in this game? Take me back to FIFA 17. Even 18 or 19 was decent. Since FIFA 20, the game has been utter trash. I don't know what's going on. And even outside of gameplay, the menus are awful. Why are they so dark and it just makes you feel negative before you've even started playing? And it's a shame because the career mode features they're adding for FC25 look really good. but the gameplay is going to be trash just like FC24. You know, something needs to change. Because we can't be wasting this PS5 technology on this trash gameplay. You know, some of your Ultimate Team players might like this nonsense. Just pinball football. You know, people used to talk in the past, especially PES players, about how FIFA's too like unrealistic and quick. And I go back to those games like FIFA 16 and 17, and I realized that those games were actually amazing compared to this FIFA. I think some people were a bit too harsh on those games. You know, I guess we didn't appreciate what we had back then, but all I can say is let's just hope we get some decent FC this year. But by the looks of things, I probably won't be buying it again. Thank God for Xbox Game Pass, hey.